presents the new best of us, the hottest band in the world, SABBATH!
Well, smack, oh my God, my friends, another donated episode from Mr. Jacob Smith for this Black Sabbath Sunday. He said, I'm going to save Black Sabbath Sunday for this week, and I want to put Black Sabbath's Technical Ecstasy versus Gentle Giant Civilian. Now, Jacob has been sending me all these Gentle Giant albums, and you know, it was hard to get into them all, but the one album that after I played it, you know, I played another one he sent me, but I went back to Civilian. I really like that, and I do this podcast called the Rock and Metal Comment Podcast, where at the end of the show, we give a pick of the week, and my pick was Civilian from Gentle Giant. And my co-host Ian was like, oh, yeah, I've heard of that band. I'll check out Civilian. So the following week, he goes to me, what was that Gentle Giant album you said? I said, Civilian. He goes, I thought that was it. You know, all the reviews on Civilian, people were bashing it. A lot of people didn't like this. They liked the older stuff. And Ian said, I went and checked out the older stuff and I dug it, but I thought Civilian was better. But I'm starting to latch on to Interview now. I'm really digging that one, but it's going to take time because there's a lot of albums that I think Jacob sent me just about every Gentle Giant album except for Octopus. I could be wrong. I got to go through the discography. But thank you so much, Jacob. So here it is. I did my little list here. And let's start this. All right. Backstreet Kids, Black Sabbath came out first. Great song. Love the song. Nobody I know will ever take my rock and roll away from me. Dun-dun-dun. Killer tune. Versus Convenience, Clean and Easy. Wins. I gotta say. And I've lived with Technical Ecstasy for 40 years now. Something like that. And Civilian I've lived with for, a month? That song just is so killer. And I think it's better than Backstreet Kids. Love that song. All right, the next one. You Won't Change Me versus All Through the Night. Now, this one kind of hurts because, All Through the Night is really awesome. I'm like, man, I love this song. It rules. But, You Won't Change Me is my favorite track off this album. And I think it would win against just about everything else except for You Won't Change Me. All right, next. It's Alright versus Shadow on the Steel. Now, Shadows on the Steel, I really like it a lot. It's chill. But you know what? Now that I'm getting a little more used to it, I think that song ends too quick. I think it should have been longer. I think they should have added some stuff. But what's there is awesome. It's Alright. I got to give it to that one, man. I just love that song. I know it's not Black Sabbath-y, with Bill Ward on vocals, but I just love the hell out of that song. And, Shadows of the Steel is kind of mellow, too. But, yeah, I'm going to give that one to Sabbath. All right, next. Gypsy versus Number One. Man, let me tell you, Number One is pretty much tied with Gypsy. I mean, it's that close. I'm going to give it to Gypsy, but God, Number One is awesome. It's a really cool track. All right, next. All Moving Parts Stand Still. What a great tune. Probably my second favorite on here. Versus Underground. Such a cool tune. I love that little bass line the guy's doing in the song. Awesome. But again, I got to go with Sabbath on this. It's sentimental, bruh. All right, next. Rock and Roll Doctor versus I Am the Camera. I Am the Camera is like a happy, fun tune, and it totally wins. It destroys Rock and Roll Doctor. Way better, in my opinion. So another one for Gentle Giant. All right, next. She's Gone. That goes against Inside Out. And Inside Out is such a cool, chill tune. And it's got a cool, trippy video, too. I don't know. Maybe Jacob Smith, you've seen it. It's trippy, man. It's pretty cool. She's Gone is terrible. I do like the Steve Wilson remix, and let's say this is the Steve Wilson remix version. I'm still going with I Am the Camera. I mean, Inside Out. I love that song. All right, final track. The epic Dirty Women versus I'm Not Imagination. Did I write that right? I probably didn't. And it's a fun tune. It's another fun tune. It's one of my faves on here, and believe it or not, again, Dirty Women is like so epic, so awesome, lived with it for so long, and I'm going with Gentle Giant. And so yeah, I'm going with I'm Not Imagination. I don't know if I wrote that right. All I know is that song is that much better, just that much better than Dirty Woman, in my opinion. And Jacob Smith, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. Thank you so much for these records. I'm totally digging it. And Civilian's awesome, man. Screw what the people say. I guess people don't like it because it's not as strange and weird and all over the place like the earlier albums. But man, I think it's just awesome. Yeah, it may be a little more straightforward, but man, they're awesome at that too. Love it. And thanks again, buddy, man. You rock, man. And you rock too, everybody else out there watching. And if you like donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. So, stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gobba.